We just got word of 5 new bourbons that are going to be released. Are you interested? Well, let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, but it has a brand new video. Today, we're going to be going over 5 brand new bottles of bourbons that are going to be released here within the next couple of months that you might be interested in. I know I'm at least interested in at least 2 of them, and I can't wait to get into these because these look really freaking cool. And if the price matches what the age and the proof and whatever, I might be adding 1 or 2 new bottles to the bar. Now make sure you guys drop that like, smash that subscribe button. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers, and once we hit that, we're doing a huge giveaway that you don't want to miss. And make sure you guys leave a comment down below on what bottle of whiskey or bourbon you're most excited for the remainder of 2025. Now, without further ado, let's get into the first bottle we found out about right now. Now, the first bottle that we are going to be talking about, I don't know if we are going to have to wait till 2026 or if we're going to get the second release of this in 2025, but I'm talking about the brand new Jack Daniel's 14 year. This is just a placeholder label for this. We don't have an exact proof. We don't have an age and thing, or like, we do have the age, 14 years, right? But we don't have like a breakdown of it at this moment. We do know that batch 1 was originally released earlier in the year. Batch 2 might come out later in the year, or we might have to wait till 2026. But this just goes to show that Jack Daniel's is holding on to some really high aged barrels and are looking to do more releases like this, like the Jack 14 batch 1, and wanting to do a release 2. And that also means that they might also have 15 and 16-year-old barrels that, you know, could possibly lead to an even higher age stated release here in the near future, such as like what Russell's did with the 13 year and then the 15 year. And we'll see what we can get as a limited release this year. Maybe they'll do something fun like the 15 year. But moving into bottle number 2, this is a brand that has done a small batch rye for quite a while now, at 4 years old. They have their limited release rye, and they also have their limited release bourbons. I'm talking about Willett. Willett has, you know, the 6, 7, 8, 10, 20, 30-year-old bourbon purple tops. They have the 8, 9, 10, 11, and so on and so forth ryes, but their staple rye is their 4-year small batch. They are announcing that they are doing a small batch bourbon. That's right. We're going to get a small batch Willett here. We don't know proof. We don't know the specific age that this is going to be proved at and aged to, but I'm going to most likely assume it's going to be right in that same realm as the rye, maybe as low as 4 years, but we might get anything upwards like 5, 6, 7 years, because I think I've seen purple tops at that 7-year mark. I don't know if they do 6 years, so we might be getting like 4 to 6 year small batch purple tops here in the near future, and I'm really, really excited for that because I love my purple top that I own. That what is it, 10 years, 11 years? I don't even remember anymore. 10 years old. Absolutely incredible bottle. And to see what we could possibly get from small batch purple tops, that's one I'm really, really excited for. And let me know in the comments down below if you're excited for that, because I know a lot of you guys like the small batch rye. But let's get into bottle number 3. But before we get into the next bottle, we have to have a word from today's sponsor. And today's sponsor is none other than the Everyday Drinker Patreon. We are doing and have finalized the label for the Cedar Ridge pick. So we are one step closer to that being bottled and shipped and bought by you guys. Got to get it on the Patreon. $59.99 plus shipping for this new pick. And I'm super, super ecstatic for it. You have all heard that I was part of an Eagle Rare pick. We've got cases for the Patreon, but to be able to get your hands on an Eagle Rare pick, you got to get the Cedar Ridge pick. We do fun, amazing giveaways over there as well. We do bottle raffles. We do fun free sample giveaways. We have an amazing Discord and an amazing community that I would think every single one of you would love to be a part of it. So for as little as $2 a month, you get in on amazing barrel picks, a great Discord, a great community, and into some amazing bottle raffles and free giveaways. Who doesn't want that? I don't know. So check out that link down below for the Patreon. But let's get back to the video. Bottle number 3 comes from my friends over at Barrell, and we are getting another cask finish series. This one is the Armagnac. This one is supposed to be a 7-year age statement. I think it's going to be 113 proof. Really, really love the cask finish series that Barrell does. I've loved almost all of them. My personal favorite so far was definitely the ice wine, and I know a lot of you guys like that one as well. But the Armagnac kind of pushing into like a cigar blend almost, with what other brands do with their cigar blends with Armagnac and cognac and things along those lines that bring out some different flavor profiles. This one sounds really, really interesting to me. A nice age statement, good proof point, nice finish. I've never had an Armagnac finished bourbon, just straight Armagnac finish. I've had cigar blends and things like that. This one definitely catches and piques my interest for sure. But hey, could be good, could be bad. Most of the time, Barrell knocks these out of the park, and very excited for the new edition of the cask finish series from Barrell. Next up, we've got a brand that, had its huge peak years ago and kind of dwindled away once their master distiller stepped away from the brand and started doing his own thing. And I'm talking about Kentucky Owl. Dixon Denman was stepped away, started doing his own thing with 2XO, had an absolute blast with that over there. But Kentucky Owl was announcing that they're doing a 6-year release. And most of the time, Kentucky Owl was in like the confiscated, I think, was 8 and 9-year-old blended stuff. They had, older batches like 10, 11, and 12. Had some decent age statements to them, as well as a nice proof point. But this 6-year, if it's under $100, like I've seen batch 12 dropping in price from stores down to like $70, $80 because they're trying to just get this stuff off the shelves. But if this 6-year age statement is under $100, I think that this could be a really good breakthrough for Kentucky Owl to get back into the game and, maybe see some sales and things along those lines. Because if it's under $100, I most likely will pick it up and do a review. But if it's over $100 for 6-year Kentucky Owl, I just don't think that that is anything worth it, in my personal opinion. Now, this last bottle we're talking about is definitely going to be over $100. I don't know how I feel about it. I know a lot of you guys have a following for this distillery and this brand and things that they release and things along those lines. We've seen, I think the oldest that they did so far was a 16-year Father's Day single barrel. I'm talking about Four Roses, and Four Roses is releasing a 21-year aged Anthology limited release bourbon. We don't have a proof yet. We don't have a price yet. We just have a label. And at 21 years old, I think that this is going to be the oldest Four Roses release ever, or in some substantial amount of time. And when we look at, proof and price and things along those lines, I'm thinking that this is going to most likely be, if it's a super limited release, over 500, but if it's, a decent amount of barrels in there, we might be seeing something in that $300 to $400 range. But I'm going to assume it's going to be over that $500, maybe even $600. But you get what you pay for most of the time. And a lot of you guys love Four Roses, and you're going to be chasing these, like those limited releases and those OESOs and OBSK single barrels and things along those lines. You got to catch them all. And this is going to be one of those pinnacle bourbons that Four Roses releases. Let me know down in the comments below which one of these 5 you are most excited for. I know I am most excited for, the Barrell release and also the Willett small batch purple top. I think that could be really, really cool and a nice little, additive that Willett does, because they also do those small batch bourbons. But hope you guys enjoy this one. Till next time, this has been Nathan with The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.